You'll find that working word problems with two variables becomes a little bit easier. Let me read through this one. Rachel has 22 coins, all quarters and dimes. If she has a total of $4.45, how many dimes does she have? Now, we've worked these before along these lines. I'm going to use a chart because it helps you organize your information. So on this one, I'm going to have, let's do cents per coin, and times the number of coins, and that's going to be equal to total cents. So then I'll just form a chart here. And once you get used to these types of equations, you won't necessarily need a chart. In this problem, the players are quarters and dimes. So I've got quarters and dimes taking part. All right, so now let's fill it in. A quarter is how many cents for every quarter? 25. And a dime has 10 cents in every dime. For this one, it says that Rachel has 22 coins. Now, when I do these, I will now need to do a total line down here. So 22 coins. So which one of these is it going to go underneath? It's going to go underneath coins. So she has a total of 22 coins. And then for cents, she has a total, again, it's the word total, of $4.45. Now, I said cents, and I did not use decimals here. So I am not going to use a decimal here either. So either use them both places or don't use them at all. All right, so now I need to fill in what's missing. So what is missing is the number of coins. Now, I can use a variable to represent it. You can use X to represent the number of coins, and because I now know how to do two variables, a Y to represent the number of dimes. You could use Q for quarters or D for dimes if you wanted to. All right, so then I'm going to multiply across 25X and 10Y. So my equations are going to be with these totals right here. So here's one, and here's the other. So I'm going to have X plus Y is 22 for one of my equations, and my other one's going to be 25X plus 10Y equals 445. So let me scoot that over a little bit. 445. All right, so now I'm going to solve it using the substitution method. So let's solve it for Y. So I'm going to subtract X from both sides. So that's going to give me that Y is equal to 22 minus X. And I'm going to substitute over here, and I may need a little space. So I'm going to have 25X plus 10 times 22 minus X is equal to 445. I'm going to distribute, so that's going to be 25X plus 220 minus 10X is equal to 445. All right, so I'm going to combine my x's. That's going to give me 15 x's. So 15 x's. And then I'm going to subtract this 220 from both sides. And that's going to give me then over here on the right, that's a 5, a 2, and a 2, so 225. And then I'm going to end by dividing both sides by 15. And that's going to give me x is equal to, so we have 15. So once I get the 15, I'm going to then come over here and plug 15 in for the x. So then I'll have that y is equal to 22 minus 15. So y is equal to 7. So we have 15, whatever x represented, which was quarters. So 15 quarters. And we have 7 dimes. And again, you can check that out and multiply it out and get 70 cents. And whatever 15 times 25 is. And double check it and make sure that it works. All right, so let's look at B as well. So this one, I have one day cold store sold 45 pens, one kind at $8.50, and another at $9.75. In all, a total of $398.75 was taken in for the pens. How many of each kind were sold? So again, we have the dollars per pen times the number of pens is going to be equal to dollars. We have two different players, and I'll just name them by their amounts. One of them sold for $8.50 per pen, and the other one sold at $9.75 per pen. Then we're going to have our total row as well down there. So it said that they sold 45 pens, so that's going to be the total number of pens. So make sure it's in the right column, and a total of, in dollars, of $398.75. So I'm going to fill those in. Then for my pens, I'll make X and Y. I'll multiply across and get 850 X and 975 Y. My two equations will go with those totals. So I'm going to have that X plus Y is equal to 45, and I'll also have that 850X plus 975Y is equal to 398.75. So we'll solve. So I'm going to subtract, this time I'll subtract the Y, so I get 45, subtract the Y. I'll plug it in for the X, so I'm going to have 850, and in place of X, I'm going to put 45 minus Y plus 975Y is equal to 398.75. This is a place where you'd want to pull out your calculator, and I'm going to do that here and multiply through and distribute. All right, so here I have 382.5 minus 8.5Y plus 9.75Y equals 398.75. So now I'm going to combine my Y's and subtract my 382 from both sides. All right, so when I combine these, I get 1.25Y. I subtracted my 382 and got 16.25. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 1.25, and that will give me that Y is equal to 13. So I'm going to take my 13 to the other side and say X is equal to 45 minus 13. So X is equal to 32. So there's going to be 32 $8.50 pens purchased, and there's going to be 13 of the $9.75 pens purchased.